So I'm David Patterson. I'm the Regional Autism Coordinator with Ready, Willing, and Able. Ready, Willing, and Able is a national initiative all across Canada that aims to increase the labour market participation of people with autism and intellectual disabilities by making the business case for inclusive employment.
We had a requirement for a job that we knew was going to be very draining for neurotypical individuals. It's repetitive, it's pretty monotonous, and it requires a high degree of attention to detail. I had some personal experience with individuals on the autism spectrum, and that actually gave me the idea to say, hey, I know a group and some people who might actually be very well suited to performing this kind of work.
Autism Nova Scotia is one of our partners here in the Halifax area, and our remarkable partner at that. So the way it works is we create the opportunities and then share them equitably with all of our partners. So Public Service and Procurement Canada are honestly one of the best inclusive employers we have ever engaged with here in Halifax. They have gone above and beyond when it comes to demonstrating what an inclusive work environment really looks like, so far as welcoming neurodiversity, creating strategies and adaptations that work for the individual employee, and really harnessing their strengths and talents.
So I recently graduated with a 4-year Bachelor of Science with a degree in math and a diploma in engineering. My communication and eye contact may not be the greatest, but I am working on it. I work downstairs on the second floor doing EDRM documents, old drawings of wharves and stuff like that. And I have to move them to GC Docs, which is a new program for the Government of Canada employees.
I went to Dalhousie. I've always been unsure about what I want to do, and that's kind of a big problem in my life. But so I actually started by taking their integrated science program in the first year, and eventually decided on doing a degree in physics. I thought it seemed different from other people. Like, I consider myself to be, what's the term, compulsively honest. So, I mean, anytime I have a situation where I think I'm even going to be slightly not even just dishonest, but saying something I don't fully believe in, it's really difficult to say it at all.
Autism Nova Scotia reaches out to people in the workforce and trying to find jobs for those who are having problems finding jobs. As well, my social skills aren't that great. I was never a people person. So
Melinda's task right now is transferring a less user-friendly database to a more user-friendly, more comprehensive, better accessible public database that we're going to be able to use to do quick reference on which land transactions have occurred, how did they occur, when did they occur, and she's essentially ensuring completion of all that information.
The 3 people who are currently working with PSPC are an amazing example of the talent and diversity of the folks who are coming through Ready, Willing, and Able. You know, some folks may be a little bit more chatty than others. Some people would maybe want to focus on their work and you know, maybe not be as sociable, and that's fine. I think it really shows that you know, by looking at the strengths and their fit for the position, that, you know, we can find ways to build supports around different communication styles or different barriers that may be in place. But if you focus on fit, that's where everything else can really fall into place.
We asked Autism Nova Scotia, you know, this is a neurodiverse community, what's the best way for us to make sure that we're getting the best interview, the best candidate? And they gave us a suggestion, which was that have them do a hands-on portion where they not just do something like the work, where they literally do the process of what they would be doing as part of the interview. And so we interviewed 8 candidates, and we did that for all 8 candidates, and that was actually a really great way to see their skills in action. And we're very fortunate in Nova Scotia to have groups like Autism Nova Scotia and Ready, Willing, and Able that are able to provide the expertise on how to interact with employees who are on the autism spectrum.
So it's very important for me to make sure the records are accurate and up to date as much as I can.
I get to learn about different obscure locations around Nova Scotia that some of them you probably never even heard of before.
When I'm putting these files together to put into the into our database, it's kind of like detective work sometimes. I mean, some of the really old files I was dealing with, it was like, where even is this? And you have very little go on sometimes.
They might have their quirks, but they're a person and deserving of respect and with a lot to offer.
My biggest thing is just trying to open up people's perspectives and sharing that there is a tremendous opportunity that they should tap into for business reasons. Not just because, you know, it's warm and fuzzy and it feels good, but because there's actually a tremendous benefit to having a neurodiverse labor force as part of your team, and there are a lot of benefits that come from that.
I definitely say thank you very much, because I mean, really, they helped me get started on this path.
To other employers, I would say this. It's important to be open-minded, it's important to be flexible, and it's important to take advantage of the services that enterprises like Autism Nova Scotia offer. They're there to help you, and there's a lot of mutual benefit that can be had.